good people. Good morning to you. It's a beautiful, wonderful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful, wonderful day in the neighborhood. Would you be my neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor? Good morning, folks. How are you guys doing this morning? I hope you're having an awesome Thursday early morning. Where the folks at? Y'all sleeping? I didn't think I was going to be up early. I'm up early every day. Every day I'm up early. I am up early every day. Every day. Oh Lord Jesus. My phone is making noise. Hold on, sorry. Serena! I knew you'd be up in here. Good morning. Sunshine! You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Don't take my sunshine away. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Coco. Good morning, Miss Richard. The morning folks are here. My morning diehards are here. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you guys in here. Only 3 likes. Okay. Somebody is hating. Is it you, Sunshine? Is it you? Is it you that didn't hit the like button? Courtney's up in here. Oh, Sunshine's your cousin's name. Okay. Okay, who didn't hit the like? Is it you, Sunshine? Is it you, Miss Richard? Is it you, which one of y'all didn't hit the like? Because I only see, okay. Courtney, did you hit the like? Courtney, did you hit the like? Okay, listen. I was listening to the trial of Sequoia, the little girl, the 8-year-old little girl that was shot up. I mean, pew pew, in the vehicle while her mom was driving. Not her mom. Somebody was driving. Somebody was driving because her mom was the one trying to get her first aid attention. Emergency attention. Yeah. Hey, Tank. Y'all. I was listening. Hey, Alicia. I was listening to Adam give his opening argument. Y'all. Oh my God. I was listening. I was listening to what he didn't say. I got to share that with you. You saw the verdict? It was a verdict? It wasn't no verdict yet, is it? No, they still on trial. There's no verdict. Serena, where you at? Where you watching? They still on trial. Hey, Grand Legendary. They still on trial. Hey, Lady L. Tank. They still on trial. Hope everyone is doing well and feeling fine. I'm feeling wonderful. Serena, that's my childhood nickname. Okay. The 8-year-old with the 5 guys. Yeah, that trial is going on. They didn't do no verdict. They didn't do any verdict. I was just watching it. I was just watching it. Well, anyway, y'all hit the like button. Oh, okay, Miss Richard. Okay, it's 2 different cases. Okay, I'm talking about the case in Fulton County. That's the case I'm talking about, the Fulton County case. What case you talking about? Hey, IDK Gamer, what's going on? I want to do a review of the two opening arguments because the Tank, you are gonna do a video on the underage girl found in tow car in California is messed. Oh, oh my God, y'all, that one. Oh my God, I think the guy got something to do with it, y'all. I think the guy got something to do with it. That it's my opinion. The the singer, the whatever, is he a singer or is he a just a rapper? I think he got something to do with it. The guys found what? So I don't know about the one Serena's talking about, Miss Richard. I don't know about that one. I'm talking about the one that was just started, and Hoover's in that one, and Hoover's in that one, and the Adam is the prosecutor on that one. That's the one I'm talking about. Talking about Sunny Bell? No, no, I'm not talking about Sunny Bell. I'm talking about the one with Surrey. Sequoia. I'm sorry, Sequoia, not Surrey. Sequoia. Yeah, that one is the one that is. I'm telling you, uh, I have to do a live on that one. I have to do a reaction to that one because I hear so many inconsistency in the prosecution's thing and stuff that doesn't make sense. And it's like rushed to. I agree with the defense. They were rushing to get to a decision that they missed a lot of stuff. I mean, I was listening to it. It was like, and here's the thing. When Adam mentioned about the AR, right? He never said the ballistic or the shell casing match the shell casing of the AR that the guy had. He never mentioned that. He skid around it. He never mentioned it. Because if you have evidence that it matched, you would say it in your opening argument. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I listened to it this morning and I was like, okay, all right. And that officer was rushing. I mean, they talk about somebody have on all black and had on the lady was saying he looked like one of you guys, right? The black vest and all that. And the picture of the other guy had on red. I'm like, what the heck? I said Adam. His name is Adam. Adam or Betty. I said Adam. His name is Adam. His first name is Adam. I call him Adam. But I tell you, mm-mm-mm. I tell you, it's so strange. No, Adam or Betty. That's what I call him, Adam. No, I said Adam. Mr. Adam. I call him Adam. I know who exactly what I'm talking about. I always call him by his first name because I always get messed up with his last name. I always say his first name. That's how I call him whenever I see him in court. Be like, hey, Adam, how are you? And I do call him, hey, Mr. Adam. He say, hey, Miss Sylvia. That's the way he says it. He be like, hey, Miss Sylvia. I said to him, you always busy. You all over the place. He says, yeah. Hey, Brownie. But anyway, oh, man. Man, oh man, oh man. I was like, Interesting, interesting, interesting. But what's the name say? But the other question you guys had for me about the California guy, Tank. I seriously believe that that guy has something to do with it because her body has been missing since April, a year ago, right? A year and a half, a year and some change, right? And he's been gone a year. They both got the same tattoo on the finger. The mother says that her boyfriend name was David. His name is David. It's too many coincidences, and she's underage. Too many coincidences. Too many. Too many, too many, too many, too many. So I don't know how you gonna get out of that. I don't know. I don't know how you gonna get out of that one. And why the mom didn't say that in the beginning? Why she said it now? And 13, he was dating a 13-year-old? Come on. That is not cool. 13? Mm-mm-mm. I think they're gonna arrest him. Then they're gonna arrest him. I'm serious. They're just trying to gather all the information. And how did she get in the? I mean, what happened? We gotta figure out what happened with her. Gotta figure out what happened. You said your ears must be deceiving you? Why you say your ears must be deceiving you? Because he's on tour. He's in another country right now. That's why he hasn't gotten arrested. I believe. I believe once he gets back into town, he's gonna be arrested. Yeah, she was in his car. His car was impounded because it was parked so long. Yeah, it was his car. I bet you as soon as they're just not saying anything. I don't think police is just saying anything to anybody. They're just waiting for him to come back, and when he come back, pounce. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. I think so. Too many coincidences. Too many. They got the same tattoos, his name, and she's in his car. Unless she was hiding in the trunk and he didn't know. Maybe she was trying to go with him and but he's gonna get in trouble anyway. He's gonna get in trouble anyway because statutory age, her age. That's the only thing I could think of. Maybe she was gonna surprise him, hide in the trunk to follow him wherever he going, and he didn't know, and she ended up dying in there. Something like that. Maybe he didn't know she was in the trunk. I mean, she was 13. She probably played kids' game, hiding in the trunk to surprise him. And he probably never went inside the trunk. But he gonna get in trouble because if he was dating her and she was only 13, very unfortunate. There's a lot of things that was just a scenario there because um, when he was talking to the police and stuff, he according to them, he's been cooperating. So it could have been he didn't know she was in the trunk. I've I've seen kids do stupid stuff like that, hide in the trunk. You don't have no common sense to be with a 13-year-old. And he was 20, what, 21? 21, something like that. Around that time, he was in his 20s. He way too old to be with her. Way too old. Way too old to be with a 13-year-old. Too old. I don't know where beginning in some of these people's head being with kids like that age. The maturity level. I mean, even if they look old. There was a young lady one of my girlfriends had as a foster child. She looked like a grown woman and she was only 12, y'all. She when I tell you she looked like a grown woman. But when she opened up her mouth, you could tell she was 12. You could tell she was 12. Grown woman. She had, her body was super, super, super developed. Super developed. She was big. She weighed like around 180 pounds or something like that. She was very developed. She was tall and she was only 12. The only thing could tell that her age is when she opened up her mouth, which her conversation was like. That's what only thing that changed. All that processed food, the what is that, antibiotic, whatever the thing is that's in food, processed. Was it? What's that stuff they put into preservatives and all that kind of stuff, and making these kids big, making them really big. I'm telling you, that young lady that my girlfriend had as a foster kid. Shoo, you could not tell that she was only 12. You could not tell. Absolutely. GMOs, yep. Definitely GMOs. Hmm. Yep. It makes the body genetically modified. Absolutely. But anyway, y'all, I was listening to that opening argument on Adam and yeah, that the defense attorney, that guy, he's the guy that wins a lot of trials. He wins a lot. That guy, remember I told you guys that's the only one of the only, well, not the only, one of the um we call it defense, public defender that really works hard for his client. He won a couple of M red rum cases. I've watched him. When he first won his first one, the one I saw where he won. He, I'm telling you, he got that guy off through the videotapes and stuff like that. The way he explained it, and that guy was found not guilty. But the guy, other guy, his co-defendant, was found guilty, but his client was found not guilty because the way he convinced the jurors, he's very articulate. He studies his cases really really well, and he's won several cases as a public defender. Yep, several cases as a public defender. I've seen him in at work, and he's working on the case with the little gang charge. He does a lot of gang cases. The case that he won was a gang case, the one that I was at when I first met him. I met him about 2 years ago. He was working on the case, and he got his client off. Oh, you coming in here to be disrespectful. Oh, you racist little butt. Now you just got blocked. You just got blocked, racist. You just got blocked. Ain't no need for no timeout for that kind of nonsense. Block his behind. I blocked him. Come in here saying those kind of words. Wrong words. I don't accept racist remarks. The Shining, you took me way back. I bet some here aren't old enough to know. Ah! Nah, I don't think most people know about red rum. They don't know about it. Red rum, red rum, red rum. Red rum. That little boy on that little bicycle. Oh, yeah. That took us back, didn't it? The Shining. Time out and block the way they can't even comment anymore. Yeah, but timeout bring them back. They come back with timeout. Blocked all the way. They got to be here no more with that kind of mess. Yeah, honey, I'm home. Oh my God, yes. That movie. Ooh, Lord have mercy. When ooh. Remember he bust the thing in? Honey, I'm home. Little boy riding in the thing in the hotel. They were the only one in the hotel room, right? Everybody else was deceased, right? As I can remember. Everybody in the hotel was deceased, and they were in that particular room. That lady is... Trill! What's up, dude? How are you? How's everything going? You doing good? Yeah, y'all make me want to go watch that movie today. I need to introduce Dallas to that movie. I've never showed her that movie. She likes watching scary movies. Yeah, I would hate to be in that hotel. You making some tea with lemon? Ooh-wee. I think I might have some tea this morning, too. I have some tea with lemon. As I take my meds, I'm going to take me some tea with lemon. It is perfect for Halloween season. Yep. But you know what movies I don't like? I don't like the Jason movies. I do not like that Jason stuff. I do not like it. I do not like that kind of movie. Nope, you can't go wrong with tea. Good morning, Rosie. Good morning. You're number 24. Thank you, Rosie, for the number. Sunshine, you got that song in my head now. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Don't take my sunshine away. Yeah, I'm still having phone issues, y'all. Still having. I haven't transferred everything over to my phone, and some things are on my email, which I cannot find the email address. Oh my God, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Oh Lord, I tell you. Anybody in Nashville? There's a focus group. There's a focus group. Uh, well, I guess talk in Nashville. If you're in Nashville, if you want the information, I can give you that information on the focus group panel in Nashville. Let me know. It's paying $150. And anybody who suffers with migraine, there's a focus group on migraines. They pay $200. If you're interested in that, let me know. The focus group. The focus group stuff is for real, y'all. They're doing one on hairstyles and cuts. They're paying $200, $200+ on that one. They're doing a voter's opinion. They're paying $150 on that one. They're doing one on community issues. They're paying $150 on that one. Health system. They're doing that one. That pays $100. What am I going to do today? You'll try the hairstyle one? Okay, I'm gonna Sunshine, just email me and I'll send you the information. I'll send it to you. I remember, y'all. I do these quite often. I do these quite often, and it's legit, and they do pay you. They used to pay you in cash when you wouldn't used to be there. Go there and they pay you in cash. Now they give you gift card. They give you an electronic gift card, and that money is on the gift card. That money's right on the gift card. And what happened is I did one right, and I talked to the young lady that called me to to verify the information that I put down on my form, and I said to her, I said, what do you, how do you get involved in doing these constantly? She says, just submit it in, and you could be on it. So then after I had talked to her, she decided to put me on all of them. So now every single week, I get the information on what survey they have, and they have them some all over different states and stuff. The ones that's far away, I don't do it. I just do the one with close to my area. So, and they're constantly doing survey a lot, especially now with the different type of social media content creator stuff that's going out, so they'll know what to push out to different channels for advertisement and stuff. So they just do the market research to see what the people think about this stuff. And the one that I just recently did, that had to do with watch, a new watch that they're bringing out, an activity watch. I can't tell you everything because I had to sign an NDA, so I don't tell whatever new stuff that they're going to be doing with the watch. But that's what it is. Just like, you know how recently they have like different things that you could do in your watch. Like your watch now can tell if your sugar is high. Your watch can tell if your blood pressure is high. You know, that type of stuff. So you're being part of that initial testing of whether or not, what's going on with that particular product. They're coming out with so many different products now. And they need people to do these you having your tea? They need people to come in these focus group. And once you do that one, they won't let you come back to do that same one again. They have your name in the system. Remember that day when I went up there to try to get there, and it was like they told me I couldn't do it because I had already did it because my name was already in the system. And they had turned me away. But I had a fit with the company that sent me because I was like, you guys, y'all sent me there before. You knew I did it already. Why else send me back? And so they tried to not pay me for my $120. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. You can't do that. So I kept bugging them, bugging them, bugging them. And then they finally gave me my $120. So these things are legit. That's right, Sunshine. I mean. Yep, I kept bugging them. Seriously, I kept bugging them. Y'all, next week I will be going to New York, right? After New York's trip, I'm going to stay home in my home area and bring you guys 411 on stuff that's happening in Atlanta. Yesterday, I was supposed to go to Shaquille O'Neal Shaq's he has a new TV show starting, and it's called, hold on a second, let me tell y'all what it's called. I was supposed to go there yesterday, right? It's with they did a casting thing. I've signed up for this casting um company, and I'm in their database, right? And they were looking for people to be fans and to come to the audience. And Shaq is having a new show called Dunkman, Dunkman, right? It's like for basketball, and they needed energetic audience and people who would be in the audience and be doing yelling and cheering and screaming, clapping, and all that kind of stuff. And they paid $17.50 for your time there. And it's like it takes about 4 to 5 hours. I didn't go yesterday because it was pouring, and I was like, I'm not gonna go. So I didn't get a chance to go do that. Yeah, I'm going to New York on the 24th. Let me see what day is that. The 24th is what? Monday is the 22nd, right? So that's Wednesday. I'm going to New York on Wednesday. I'll be there till the following Monday. Then after New York, I will be staying put, good and putting out some content, showing you guys the stuff that I have. Yeah, that's Wednesday. Wednesday is a flight to New York. Yep. Wednesday's my flight. And Saturday is the community. It's the community day at the church. So I will be going to the church, and I guess you guys might see Woody out there. It's a community event. I need to call and contact my pastor, see, because my phone doesn't work, so I can't even call the pastor. Man, this sucks. It really sucks, y'all. I can't even call the pastor because my phone is messed up, and my pastor's phone number is in the phone. Go figure. Go figure. Maybe if I could go into maybe Steen will help me out on that one. She helped me get some stuff from my phone yesterday. Hey, everybody that's coming in. Did Woody baby arrive yet? I don't think she's due yet. I don't think she's due yet. I thought it was the end of the month. Didn't she say it was the end of the month? Yeah, did y'all see the other young lady? Did y'all see the other young lady who was trying to oust him? Her name was Stephanie, I think. Let me see if I could find her. Did y'all see her? Mm-mm. I don't know why this one is just not working that well. Okay. You say he's been cheating? Oh, did y'all hear? Did y'all hear what she had said? Well, let me see if I can play my TikTok over here. Let me see if I can get her on my TikTok. Piper, good morning. Where you been, Piper? I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Where you been? How's my girl Randa doing? My job has me working crazy hours. I can't even view you guys chat like I want to. Well, Randa's doing very, very well. I talked to her. What day did I talk to her? I talked to her recently. I forgot what day it was. But she's doing good. She stayed off the internet. She get on once in a blue moon, when she feel like she has something to say. But other than that, she stays off the internet. She's living her life, taking care of her babies. Yeah, Piper, I know what you mean. Taking care of life stuff. Life be lifing, man. I tell you, we just be strolling along, just taking care of life. I see staying off the internet. Yeah, she's trying to stay off this internet stuff. There's too many crazy stuff going on. Just taking care of. Yeah, she is having a great life going on, taking care of her business. I think I'm the only crazy one that's still doing this internet stuff. I think I'm the only crazy one. That's because, I made a choice of doing this as work. That's for my baby. I'm advocating for your podcast. Oh, let me tell you something, Trevor. We gotta talk. I got my phone that I normally have, my regular phone that your number is in. It's broken, Trail. It's broken, and I can't call anybody from that phone. I can't see that number. I can't do anything on that phone. I dropped the phone the other day, and at first I could still see stuff. Now it's just like really grayed out, and I can't even unlock it because I don't even see the numbers to put in my code to unlock it. So I am just jacked up. I am so jacked up, y'all. Oh, guys, I'm pretty excited. Let me tell you what's happening, Trail. I am going to have an interview with Mr. Steele. I'm going to interview Mr. Steele. Y'all don't know how excited I am about this opportunity because he doesn't do it much. He doesn't give too many interviews. And I feel so honored that he told me yes. I feel so honored, y'all. I feel so honored. I mean, I am. And then when he introduced me as his reporter. And every time he sees anybody, and then he tells me how much he loves me. He tells other people, I love this woman here. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, Mr. Steele, I love you too. Y'all, I've been like smiling from ear to ear, ear to ear. I'm telling you, y'all, because if I feel so blessed and so honored to be able to, and the thing is, I'm gonna make sure you guys are proud of me of this interview because it's not gonna be like other interviews at all. It's gonna be a sit down. We're gonna talk because me of knowing him and being around him for those many years, there's some things that I know that the public don't know. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. I mean, I have just like been blessed, y'all. If I, man, I can't even share with you guys because folks are gonna be so mad of some of the things that I got. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And if people think it's not. Oh man, I can't even. Word cannot describe what I have to say. Ask him if he's hiring for me. You want me to ask him? I'm. Well, the people that's gonna ask is those who did the part of the spin thing. Those individuals are the ones that's gonna be able to ask for those questions because they're supporting me to go to New York, and that's when I'm gonna be with him. So yeah. Been following you since the YSL case. You have a gift. You are truly blessed. Oh, thank you, Chris. Oh, Chris, you are so. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You missed it. I did it 2 days in a row. I did the spin the wheel 2 days in a row. I did it 2 days in a row. I mean, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do a little spin thing. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. And listen, nobody's obligated to spin the wheel. It's only your choice. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. Somebody did spin the wheel yesterday, and they claimed they were gonna send it, and they didn't send it. Don't spin the wheel if you're not gonna send the money. Don't spin it. Don't spin it. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't make yourself a liar. Don't come and spin the wheel and I donate my question to anyone who would like to give it to. No, that's not the way it's gonna work, Miss Richard. It's got to be the person. Only the person that donates is gonna be the one to You can't give it to somebody else. You can't. If you decide you don't want to ask a question, then don't ask a question. What kind of mess is that? Miss Richard always gonna try to change the rules of the game. Oh my gosh. You haven't been getting notification? Really? You might have to. You said, oh, wow. No, it's not, oh, wow, Miss Richard. Come on. I said the person. I never said. I never said anything else. I said the person that spin the wheel. You're talking about she donate her question to somebody. How you gonna donate your question to somebody? Ah, Lord have mercy. Trying to change the rules of the game. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Miss Richard gonna get people just calling me mean because I said what I said. Miss Richard trying to cause controversy. She's trying to cause controversy. You see how she is? She won't even let her people donate the question. Watch it. They in the bushes. They gonna say something like that. She won't even let her people donate. Look at her. She's controlling. You come on, Miss Richard. You know the people we got in the bushes. You know the people we got in the bushes. You know the way they're gonna react. Come on. See, I have to be one step ahead of them. Let them talk. Who cares? Oh, there's a lot of people that cares now. They care and they react and they start acting towards certain way towards me. Yeah, they care. But let me get off that topic. Let me stay on my happy topic. Be like, y'all really made alive to hate on Sylvia. You know it. Piper. Piper knows it too, right, Piper? Piper, you still in here. Piper knows. You won't believe it, but there's so many people that do. There's so many people that do. I promise you. I promise you on that one. But anyway, let me stay off of that soap opera. Move on to something more uplifting, edifying, beautiful. Think of things that are lovely, things that are pure report. What do y'all think about all those folks that's getting fired? Piper, I'm here. So happy for you. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched, and one who waters will himself be watered. Amen. Someone will be sure take it and run with it. Bless, tell it, Bless, tell it. Bless know the facts. We talking facts here, not fiction. Facts. They love to hate on you. It shows how want to your spot. Letting fire over. Yeah, did y'all hear all about that? One young lady just recently. Hey, Kimball. Did y'all hear Kimball got fired from ABC? Yeah. He got fired yesterday. Did y'all hear about that? He said something not so nice. There's no freedom of speech. Yeah, he got pulled from ABC. Sure did. Kimball got pulled from ABC. He got pulled after he made the comment, Miss Ronnie. After he made the comment about let me see. I got the article. It popped up on my phone this morning, and people was talking about it. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can play it for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. See if I can play it for y'all. Antonio talked about it this morning. Oh, let's see. Let's see if I got it, and then I'll play it for y'all. He talked about it this morning. Let's see if Antonio pops up on my phone. Okay, let me, hold on. Ready? Hold on. This is what he said. This is what he said.
The second largest city in our bitterly divided nation, where, like the rest of the country, we're still trying to wrap our heads around the senseless murder of the popular podcaster and conservative activist Charlie Kirk yesterday, whose death has amplified our anger, our differences. And I've seen a lot of extraordinarily vile responses to this from both sides of the political spectrum. Some people are cheering this, which is something I won't ever understand. We had another school shooting yesterday in Colorado, the 100th one of the year. And with all these terrible things happening, you would think that our president will at least make an attempt to bring us together. But he didn't. President Obama did. President Biden did. Presidents Bush and Clinton did. President Trump did not. Instead, he blamed Democrats for their rhetoric. The man who told a crowd of supporters that maybe the Second Amendment people should do something about Hillary Clinton. The man who said he wouldn't mind if someone shot through the fake news media. The man who unleashed a mob on the Capitol and said Liz Cheney should face 9 barrels shooting at her for supporting his opponent blames the radical left for their rhetoric. And then the man who on 9/11, 2001, bragged that his building was now the tallest building in New York, which wasn't even true, by the way, visited the Pentagon for a 9/11 memorial, which, believe it or not, he made a bigly improvement over last year when he showed up at a 9/11 remembrance at a fire station in lower Manhattan with a 9/11 conspiracy theorist who claims it was an inside job. This year, he brought his wife, which was better for sure. And I have to say, I don't know what's going on, but those two lovebirds, they seem to be closer than ever. I mean, if you see during the ceremony, in a tender moment, Donald reaches over and gives her a little tap. He taps her like he's hoping ketchup would come out.
Okay, so that's what he said.
Really respond. Maybe that's their signal for my diaper is full. I don't know.
Oh, so I guess he didn't like what. Okay, let me finish playing it so you guys could hear what he said that got him canned. Hold on.
To New York for a Yankees game. Slow DiMaggio made an appearance at Yankee Stadium after an appearance last week at the U.S. Open. It's all part of his Getting Booed in Public tour. Former Mayor Rudy Giuliani was supposed to go to the Yankee game with him to sit with the president, but he accidentally showed up at a Yankee candle store. So Uncle Scam, though, he's all over the place right now. You know, last month, Trump, he fired the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor and Statistics because he didn't like the job numbers she released. So he replaced her, and now we have a new round of numbers. And guess what? Those numbers are bad, too. We added 900,000 fewer jobs than projected. I wonder, do you think they fight over who has to give them the news? Like, no, you go. I'm not bringing them these numbers. But say what you like about him. He surrounds himself with the best people. They had hearings this morning to confirm some new Trump nominees, including our next ambassador to the Bahamas, which is former NFL running back and disgraced former Senate candidate Herschel Walker. You may remember Herschel Walker, when he ran for Senate in Georgia, was plagued by a series of scandals and gaffes, including an admission that he fathered multiple children out of wedlock and allegations that he paid for 2 abortions despite his strong pro-life stance. So today, he sat before the Foreign Affairs Committee and the Honorable Senator Ted Cruz.
He is a man of great faith, discipline, dependability, and resilience. Indeed, when it comes to discipline, one of the things I've learned about Herschel is he doesn't eat breakfast and he doesn't eat lunch.
That's right. He can't figure out how to use a fork. So, Herschel is not what you might call a scholar. Let's just say if it wasn't for football, there's a chance Herschel might not have gotten into college.
At one time, science said man came from apes. Did it not? Well, this was interesting, though. If that is true, why are there still apes? Think about it.
I haven't been able to stop thinking about it for years. Since you said it. So with that kind of brain power sloshing around in his head, it was time for the H-Man to answer some questions.
What policy approaches, in your judgment, should we pursue to help the Bahamas resist Chinese pressure?
Oh, this should be good.
One of the things that I feel that I would do to get China to is continue to work with the Bahamian people to make sure that we become the partner of choice, and at the same time work with a lot of the American companies to come to the Bahamas to see the key investments that they can make down in the Bahamas to combat against China, because I think they're coming down with a lot of money.
Well, maybe sports don't prepare you for life, you know? I feel like we could just send him to a Margaritaville and tell him he's in the Bahamas. Welcome, Ambassador Walker. Can I get you a double cheeseburger in paradise? Oh, right, you don't eat lunch. Never mind. If confirmed, Walker would join another former football player in the Trump administration. Last month, he named Hall of Fame linebacker Lawrence Taylor to his council on sports, fitness, and nutrition, though that seemed to be news to Lawrence.
I'm just proud to be on this team. I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve you. Okay, so I'm going to do the best I can for as long as I can. Thank you very much.
Well, at least LT's honest. He's like, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but here I am. You know, down in Florida, there's always something stupid going on. No state provides us with more nonsense. And with that said, it's time to check in on This Week in Florida.
This is Shirley Pasamanik, 70 years young and just 90 pounds. She says she's still recovering after a fight to save her dog's life. Her 14-year-old dog, Sparky, suddenly mauled by a pit bull.
I couldn't open his mouth. I'm 90-pound, 70-year-old woman. You know what I mean? So I bit him on the back of the neck.
That's right. She bit the pit bull back, which actually worked.
I bit him. I had to. I'm 91 pounds.
Well, you know what? At least she's finally eating. Right? I mean,
they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
that's right. What happened to that? I guess they stopped eating the pets. Florida isn't the only weird state, by the way. We have some characters here in California ourselves. Just over the hill from us in Burbank, we've got humans who, while they might not be biting dogs, they are acting like them.
New tonight, the so-called Burbank butt sniffer is headed to jail. He was arrested twice in 2 months for sniffing a woman's backside in a Burbank store.
Well, what do you expect from the Burbank butt sniffer? It's right in the title of his name. What's next? Are you going to arrest Cedric for entertaining? In Washington, lawmakers are still squabbling over these Epstein files. Republican senators blocked a motion to force a vote on making the Department of Justice release the files. The vote went 51 to 49. If you're keeping score, Republicans spent the last 4 years demanding the release of these Epstein files, and the last 4 months screaming, do not release these Epstein files. It's very suspicious. As far as I see, there are only 2 plausible reasons for refusing to release the files. Either Trump's in it or they are. There's nothing else. I think part of the reason these files are so tantalizing is we know literally everything else about Donald Trump. We know what he eats. We know what he thinks. We know what he's tweeting from the toilet. There are tell-all books and tell-all books about the tell-all books. But these files are the one thing that's still a mystery when it comes to the world's most famous orangutan. So, which means there must be something truly crazy in them, like video of him nude riding a jet ski, or maybe Polaroids of a crooked little mushroom stump. I don't know. I'm just asking questions, okay? I mentioned last night that in response to the backlash from the MAGAverse, Cracker Barrel, not only did they change their logo back, they've decided to break some plans to renovate their restaurants, which is a big win, not just for their inexplicably angry customers, but also for one very specific small business.
The woke Cracker Barrel rebrand is officially canceled, which is great news for us at the Things on Restaurant Walls warehouse outlet. We've got washboards, wooden ducks, canes, fishing nets, top hats, a grainy photo of a white family, a lobster, a street sign that says Broadway, giant wooden fork, old baseball mitts, a weather vane, vintage gas station stuff, an electric guitar, a stop sign, a surfboard, a newspaper that says Dewey defeats Truman, the letter E, an enormous playing card, a frisbee, a Fonzie, and much, much more, which I will continue to list right now. A stuffed eel paintball, an egg crate, a framed $2 bill, a dartboard, a tractor seat, spurs, a trombone, a plane propeller, a section of picket fence, a sword, a piece of a car, a mannequin. Just remember,
when your walls are bare, don't go anywhere but the Things on Restaurant Walls warehouse outlet. Need a hockey mask or a pirate flag or a prop from Trevor's or a giant watch or a metal bucket or a jug of moonshine or a poker stick or a skeleton of an owl.
On Route 9, inside the old airport.
Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right, yeah. That's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20 million and one.
Okay, that's Gibble's station. Hold on a second. Let me go get the guy that what he said. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay.
President Trump, who is staying behind me for the final night of his state visit with the royal family here at Windsor Castle, is celebrating after ABC announced that it is taking Jimmy Kimmel's late night show off the air indefinitely following criticism over comments that he made in the days after Charlie Kirk's murder. The president declared victory basically tonight, writing on Truth Social that this is, quote, great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel's show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, 2 total losers on Fake News NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC. Now, before we go any further about the major questions that have been raised by this decision tonight, I want you to listen to Jimmy Kimmel in his own words during his monologue on Monday night.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. It's demolition, construction.
That was the comment that Jimmy Kimmel made on Monday night. It comes after what he shared in the short aftermath of Kirk's assassination, where Jimmy Kimmel wrote, quote, "Instead of the angry finger pointing, can we just for one day agree that it is horrible and monstrous to shoot another human? On behalf of my family, we send love to the Kirks and to all the children, parents, and innocents who fall victim to senseless gun violence." Now, this decision tonight has raised many questions beyond the actions of an individual company. That's because this announcement comes just hours after we heard from the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, in an interview where he said that Jimmy Kimmel should be removed over his comments about Charlie Kirk's killing.
You know, when you look at the conduct that has taken place by Jimmy Kimmel, it appears to be some of the sickest conduct possible. As you've indicated, there are, avenues here for the FCC. So there are some ways in which I need to be a little bit careful, because we could be called ultimately to be a judge on some of these claims that come up. So look, there's calls for Kimmel to be fired. I think, you could certainly see a path forward for suspension over this. And again, the FCC is going to have remedies that we could look at.
Like what Jimmy Kimmel said or not, find it tasteful or distasteful, that is the FCC chair saying there, in the wake of that there are remedies that the FCC could look at. One thing that's important to note here as we look at this is how Kimmel's departure from the airwaves has been a goal of President Trump's for quite some time, long before the comments that he made about Charlie Kirk and how Trump was responding to his death. Trump himself has said more than once that he wanted Jimmy Kimmel off the air. On July 29th, this is what he wrote after CBS announced it was canceling Stephen Colbert's late night show. The president said he believed that Jimmy Kimmel would be next. And he said this from the White House just in August.
Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here. I could go outside on the beautiful streets and pick up a couple of people that do just as well or better. They get higher ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going.
Trump said he heard that they are going to be going. I want to get straight to CNN's chief media analyst, Brian Stelter, and CNN's senior legal analyst, Ellie Honig, who are both here tonight. And Brian, one thing that stands out tonight is that it is 9 o'clock on the East Coast. It's just past 2 a.m. here in the United Kingdom. Obviously, Trump has weighed in. We haven't heard from Jimmy Kimmel himself yet or his show on this.
That's what I keep waiting for. That's what I'm refreshing for, Caitlin. Kimmel's camp has had about 3 hours now to process this decision by ABC. They were just about to start production of the episode when this decision was handed down. Some fans were already lined up, ready to head inside the studio in West Hollywood. So Kimmel's voice is going to be really important. That's the next big part of this story. What will he say and when? Kimmel's contract with ABC was coming due in just a few months. I believe it was set to expire at the end of this year. So this could be the end of the show forever, right? Maybe the show will not come back, or maybe ABC is going to react to the very loud criticism that the company is facing right now. Everyone from, Democratic politicians, free speech groups, but also many ordinary fans of Kimmel who wanted to see him tonight in the coming days. Because, every reaction causes a counter-reaction. And I'm very interested to see what the counter-reaction is here among the millions of Kimmel fans who are going to want to see him on the air. But right now, Caitlin, the entertainment industry is in absolute shock. This feels like a worst-case scenario for many entertainers, comedians, political activists, figures who want to have free speech rights in this country and feel that they are under threat right now.
Well, Brian, can I ask you on that? Because I know sometimes as a reporter covering a beat, you hear rumors about someone's departure or firing coming. Right. Had there been rumors about this happening? Had you had any indication that Jimmy Kimmel, a very popular host, was about to be pulled off of ABC?
fears, but not rumors. What we have been hearing in recent weeks were fears, murmurs about what the political environment is like. A sense that, President Trump wanted Kimmel canceled. A sense that Disney does feel the pressure from the Trump administration. Disney's a big company. It doesn't just have broadcast stations. It also has theme parks everybody loves. It also has lots of other lines of business. So the company does have to take the government's threats seriously. We're in a whole new world when it comes to this administration being willing and able to exert its pressure against private corporations. A world that these executives, these CEOs, frankly, do not want to live in, right? Disney CEO Bob Iger, he thought about running for president. He would have been running as a Democrat. He is not a MAGA figure, but he is doing what he might believe is best for his business in this moment. And this is going to embolden the Trump allies who are prioritizing not just control of the government, but also control of culture. They're not trying to just add new conservative voices to the air. They're trying to squash the liberal voices they don't like. And at least for tonight, they are succeeding.
Ellie Hodig, what's your legal view of this in terms of what we heard from the FCC chair, not only hours before this happened, but he was cheering this in a message to Brian earlier that he was posting. It was a meme from The Office of Michael Scott dancing. What are the legal implications here for people who are asking whether or not this is legal?
So the key decision maker here is ABC itself. Now, given the pressure tactics that have been put out there by the FCC commissioner, we just saw that clip, by the president at times, ABC really had two options. Option one, which they took, would be to suspend Jimmy Kimmel. They're a private entity, ABC. They cannot be sued under the First Amendment. The First Amendment only applies to governmental entities. Congress shall make no law. So ABC could have chosen option A, suspend Jimmy Kimmel, save yourself the money, the political hassle, whatever it is, good or bad, that's ABC's decision. But option B, which I think is really more important, which ABC chose not to take, is they could have taken a stand. They could have said, we're not going to give in to the pressure. And then if and when the FCC took action, ABC could have challenged that in court. And I am quite confident that they would have won on First Amendment grounds, because now we're talking about governmental action. Now we're talking about the FCC, which is part of the executive branch. There is some case law related to this. We've never seen a case quite like this. But basically, there was a case involving the Biden administration, this practice called jawboning, which basically means behind the scenes effort to influence what's being put up on social media or in media. And basically, what the courts have told us is the key question is the government's conduct coercive? Is it so strong that it amounts to coercion? And if you look at the statements that you just played, Caitlin, by the FCC commissioner, that's pretty straightforward. That's pretty coercive. I mean, that's basically on the borderline of a threat. And I think had ABC stood up, I think they would have won in court.
Well, and so, Brian, just to be clear, I saw your post on this, that this happened. Nexstar was the first, I believe, to say that they were not going to be airing Jimmy Kimmel's show.
That's right.
You reported back in August, and I think this is important context here for everyone to keep in mind, that Nexstar had agreed to a $6.2 billion deal to buy another broadcast heavyweight in what would be a huge consolidation of local TV stations. That is a deal that requires the approval of the federal government.
Yes, this is the key to the story. Even though it's a little bit nerdy, this shows how the governmental abuse of power is actually happening, affecting private companies. So, Nexstar already owns lots of TV stations.
Come in.
It wants to merge with Tegna, which owns lots of other stations.
Morning.
In order to do that, it needs Brendan Carr, the FCC chair's permission, and it actually needs the FCC to change the regulations entirely about how many stations an individual company can own. So, Nexstar has all of this pending business before the government. Tegna also does, and there's another big station owner called Sinclair that also has business pending before the government. So what do we know tonight? We know that both Nexstar and Sinclair called up ABC this afternoon, complained about Kimmel, and said they were yanking the show off their stations. ABC subsequently yanked the show nationwide. So we know that two major TV station owners, both of which need to curry favor with the Trump administration, were the ones that most loudly and vocally condemned Kimmel and said they were going to not air the show tonight.
What the heck?
This, it's an Occam's razor situation. It's exactly what it looks like.
Had some bread or something. And they was killing it. And me and Kobe walking past and looking at us. I'm like, Kobe, you look straight. Don't even look at them. Those are the ones that attack. All right. So that was it, y'all. That was what the that was it. Miss Dallas was talking to me. There's a whole bunch of geese outside. She said, Dallas Sunshine, say hi. She said hi, Sunshine. Mm-mm-mm. You can't say nothing these days. Usually, well, unless you say certain things, you can't. You could say. Unless you could say certain things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right, good people. I'm about to take my butter. I guess if I say Sylvia has the best content, I'll lose. You probably will. You probably will, because some people gonna be like, "Oh no, she don't. She can't. They can't stand me." So you probably will lose your job. You probably will. Yep, I agree. You probably definitely will. You're gonna lose your job. You're about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Yep. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna lose people losing their job left and right. They gotta watch what they say. They're losing their job left and right. Freedom of speech. It's not freedom of speech unless you say what certain people want you to say. So that's when freedom of speech becomes freedom of speech. When you conform and be like the norm, like the rest. Conformity is the freedom of speech. Hey, Linda. I guess we'll let you leave work early. It's about control, y'all. Control. It's about control. It is what it is, y'all. Sunshine said if she had a job, she definitely would got fired because she have no filter. I mean, I thought it was very, very nasty for stuff that those people were saying about the man dying. That was not cool at all. That was definitely not cool. Because you don't celebrate somebody's death. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you agree with them or not. That's not cool to celebrate somebody's death. I mean, that's not human. But to disagree with a person could disagree with the man's stance. Because everybody's talking from their own personal experience. How are you gonna force somebody to think like another person? How? Exactly. God bless him and his family regardless of anything. Exactly. Now, some of the stuff he was saying, y'all, I agree with some stuff now. Y'all gonna be hating on me. Some stuff that Charlie Kirk was saying, I agree. I agree. Some things I didn't agree. But some things I definitely agree. I definitely agree with some stuff he was saying. It's just that the people, I think because they did not like him, that's why they took it in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did say some stuff. I mean, I told you there's some stuff he said that was like outrageous, and there's some stuff that he said that I was agreed with. I don't agree with everything he said, and I don't disagree with everything he said. It's just the way he said it and certain things and how people took it, how he perceived it. But I could give him one thing, y'all. He had people talking. He didn't stop. Okay, for example, say people saying he was racist and stuff like that, right? And I saw black people and all kinds of people going up there asking questions. He didn't just now if he was totally what you call racist, he wouldn't have let none of those black people come up there to ask him question. Y'all know that, right? Because folks are saying, oh, he was racist and all that. I mean, everybody have a preference. Everybody has. But as far as him being racist or just not liking a particular, he wouldn't. I'm talking about a racist person would have never allowed a black person come and ask him any question. Y'all know that for a fact. I agree with that too, Trail. I agree with that too. Take all your money. He was definitely right on that. He was definitely right on that. He was definitely right about that. Well, he said black women didn't have brain power and while taking white people job. Piper, he's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. Oh, he is so. Oh my God. He definitely he's not he's misunderstood. He misunderstood what the agenda of the DEI whatever that thing is. He misunderstood. He said Kurt was a legend, and all of us are blessed to have existed in the same generation. Okay, we got somebody in here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying some things he did say that was, oh, like, I agree. I don't agree with everything. I mean, I definitely agree about this education thing is a scam. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. You pay all that money and then you graduate, you can't even find a job in that field. Yeah, I agree with that. He didn't say black women didn't have brain power. He said we shouldn't lower standards of someone's race just for someone. He did, yeah. He isn't. He understood. He was an ant in white TV nationalist country now. I agree with his points, but like a broken clock can be right twice a day. My brother still paying for college and he's 45. I graduated 10 years ago. I went to college for intellect and a job. No, he said the brain power. To Google, it's a video. He said exactly is it as is. I'm reading y'all comments. It's good to have dialogue, y'all. He lacked intelligence because he didn't educate himself on the topics that her lied about. Y'all could debate, but just be nice to one another, okay? No name calling. Y'all can debate. We can agree to disagree. We all have our mind and opinions. You know, sometimes you type in fast. It is 8:46 in the Eastern District of USA. To disgrace King was unbelievable. Why is it wrong to defend a man who peacefully engaged in dialogue with another side? And no, Kirk didn't say black women are inherently stupid. He said, why is it wrong? I didn't say it was wrong. I never said it was wrong. Is that a question directed to me or is it directed to the chat? I never said it was wrong. No, chat asked why you defended him. Oh, someone in the chat asked you that? Oh, they was asking me that? I think it was me they were asking why am I defending them. But I agree with some of the stuff he was saying. I did. I did agree with some of the stuff he was saying. I didn't agree with everything. I never agree with everything anybody says. You know me. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say and call it a day and move on. And just move on. They don't have to agree with me. I'm gonna say what happened because I'm telling you guys from my personal experience. I speak from where I am as an individual, and it is what it is. Piper said, in the end, he just stepped into the fated path that is destined for this country. So I hope the middle ground. So I hold the middle ground because I know all the players have their roles. Okay, Piper. Eh, yeah, they all have their role. It is what it is. We're going to start saying that. It is what it is. There's no middle grounds for murdering. Oh, definitely. Someone in their opinion. There's definitely no middle grounds for that. I definitely disagree with someone shooting someone because they have a different stance from what the other person. That's like controlling. That's a control thing. You're gonna shut the person out because they disagree with them and they don't like what they're saying. That's not cool. Not cool whatsoever. I guess it's just like what they doing to people that's saying what they saying and getting fired for them from their jobs too. That's a control aspect of it too. Now I'm not talking about the one celebrating the man's death. No, definitely that's not something that you should do. But for them to disagree with his ideology and things like that, and that's not cool for them to get fired because they say I disagree with him or they didn't like what he stand for. Morning. Whoa, let's see. Dallas left already. She went into her room. It's all about what you do, how you do it. I say do it in love. Treat people how you want to be treated. Respect others' opinion. You don't have to agree with them. Just, agree to disagree and move on. No reason to try to force yourself in trying to make somebody else do what you want them to do. Well, it's not making them, it's just like eliminating them when you don't like what they say. It's not cool to eliminate somebody by that because their stance is different from yours. Did I take my medicine this morning? I don't think I took my medicine. I think I better go down there, take my medicine. I need to take my medicine. Take your medicine. Take your medicine. All right, guys. I think our time has come for me to say good night, good day. Same here. Time to take my meds. I gotta take my meds. And I will see you guys later on. I'm coming up with some stuff. I'm planning on being productive today. Productivity is an important thing. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for those who engage in the chat. I appreciate it. All right. See you later.